You're right. I was muted. I need to see if I can just disable the mic in the starting soon screen. Or maybe I do just leave my webcam off until I switch to this screen. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I see what you mean. It doesn't appear... It's weird. The Randolph emote doesn't appear on stream, but it does appear in my Streamlabs widget. I don't know why. Because I thought it should just be taking that feed and then putting it up there. It's not. So I can see it there, but not there. Oh, is it maybe because it's a hidden emote? Can I... Or like a private emote or whatever? I'm gonna send it to you. Can I like make it public or something? Action. I don't know. I'm not gonna bother right now. Trails. Also, don't think I didn't see you calling me Unk. What the hell? I saw you sneak that in there. These eyeballs still work. I'll be alright. I'm never gonna recover from this. 10 peculiar dishes. My party doesn't seem to be what I expected it to be. How did that happen? Can you spot the difference? I don't know how Noel got in the party. Yeah, we'll get him back in a second. I have one that's the opposite of this, don't I? Prankster improves his chance to cook a peculiar dish. Alright, Ellie, you are going to cook. Tactics. No, for Randy. Now, how that happened? Randy's the carry. I'll be crying. I don't think he's crying. If he is, they're very fake tears. I have ingredients to cook anything. It's your lunchbox. Ellie. Got too peculiar? Ellie, I sent you to make popcorn. How did you make cat food? I'm honestly just impressed. Oh. Right. I forgot the context for that one. I thought you were talking about in real life. I need to buy ingredients. I almost had a lot of questions for you, but thankfully I realized the situation. Wait, not you. Okay, hold on. Have I gotten that one already? I think so. Alright, do we get Randy... Do we get Randy a poster of hot women? Yes, okay. I wouldn't want you to get jealous or anything. Oh no, what was I buying now? Oops, recipe. Need black pepper and kibbled salt. Good morning, Clarion. I don't know. I imagine he's probably not in Cold Steel 1. He's discovered the Randolph emote. Here, let's buy a bunch of those. What did I say? Kibbled salt? Oh, we can get a lot of these. Here, I made that one just for you. Well, I say I made it. I added it just for you. Sesame oil. Morning, Soul Crusher. What am I limited on for this? Alright, Ellie, give me a peculiar and don't give me cat food. We sent you to make some... Yeah, did I stutter? We sent you to make some fucking steak and you come back with dumplings. This is as bad as the popcorn and cat food incident. Yeah, I'm aware those are gonna be a thing, but like... You don't just accidentally make one when trying to make the other. Oh, I need 10 different peculiar dishes. I'm not convinced Ellie is trying. Don't take Randy to the brothels. No promises. Geez, white rice is expensive. Don't make normal. Burnt rice is the peculiar dish. What was the other one? Happy ham sandwich. I need fresh herbs. You know, it's funny you say that, Clearin. When I loaded up the game, somehow he wasn't in the party, and I'm 99% sure I didn't do that. Not Lloyd. Okay, we're at 5. Why does that have a check mark? Oh, because I've gotten... I've not gotten... there multiple peculiar dishes? Oh, no, there's a rare dish and a failure dish. The failure dish just isn't listed, I see. Yeah, at some point, Noel was forced into... I guess it must have been the quest I did at the end of yesterday. Or Monday. Well, yeah, true. If we put Randy on the bench, we can let him hit up the casino. Well, I have a problem in that I don't have enough recipes. No, that doesn't give me new recipes. Do I learn anything from that? No. Well, this is unfortunate. I don't have recipes. I don't know. Do you teach me recipes? Okay, we got one. There might be a sneeze coming later on. We'll see. You know, whatever. I've already missed some hidden support requests anyways. I'm not gonna bother. If it's 10 different peculiar dishes, that's... whatever. Alright. Where are we going? Right, we're going to Maine's Mountain Path. Does anybody know where I parked my car? That's unfortunate. That's even more unfortunate. We're off to a bad start. I was really hoping he would also bust. No, I hear it. I hear it now, yeah. Oh, we weren't gonna. That one wasn't on purpose. Finally. That was many draws in a row. All right, one last round. Well. Oh, I would classify that as bad. Is this where I parked my car? This is not where I parked my car. Is it? Is it on the east side? Alright, those chests have always been there. I just still don't know how to get them. I probably can't yet. Or no. We would have just come back from the hospital, so it's maybe on the south side? Don't worry, I found my car. Oh, but wait, I wanted to go look at... I guess two things. How many U materials do I have? Well, we can upgrade one more weapon. We can also go into Gen 10 and get some new quartz. Can't get a new attack quartz. That's the one I would have wanted. Get mined. 2 mined 3s. Those are the big ones. Ellie. I almost called her Estelle. Ellie and Tio. Oh, and then you can go back to... Maybe that one's good for Tio, because that gives her a bit of red. Oh, but I did give you red. Maybe we'll give you that. And that can be like HP too. So you have some blue. I realized I accidentally took away Ellie's healing capabilities. Alright, 10% chance to cause KO. Teal, let's raise some hell. Means Mountain Path Tunnel. Well, that was much quicker than I thought it would be. If I remember right, this is the path that leads down to the ruins. Did you have a tank? That's right. I'll have to continue on foot from here. Well, if we're ready to head over, we better get a move on. Indeed. To explore ghost-infested ruins? Calm down, Ellie. Ghosts aren't real. Ghosts aren't real. What about gigantic moles, though? Are gigantic moles real? Browse, yeah. There you go. Poison. I don't know what enemy this is. Sure. What really matters, dead now. Jesus, what is Randy smoking? Why does he have 37 move? Randy's ready to run a frickin' marathon. We got you material. Let's go. She's got 13 move. Randy has more range than Ellie does, and she has a gun. Randy has a halberd with more range than Ellie with a gun. Is his weapon? Brother in Christ, where are you getting 13? Oh, Sagittarius gem gives you 6. Okay. Thinking Clarion might have some other motives for that suggestion. Like, it feels like Clarion just wants to eliminate Randy from the equation. Phew, we finally made it. Huh? Is it just me, or does it seem way more gloomy than it was last time we were here? It's not just you, it didn't feel anywhere near this ominous before. Guess we got our ghost pals to thank for that. I'm entirely convinced they're ghosts. It's more likely they're just some type of unknown monster. You sense something, Tio? Detect a strange fluctuation in the atmosphere. Oscillations in the air, perhaps? An incorporeal presence? Oscillations? Incorporeal? sense anything like this when we were here before. I believe it's coming from the roof where the bell is. Reminds me, Stargazer's Tower also had a bell on its roof, much like these ruins. Yeah, come to think of it, you're right. Almost remind me of the bell in Crossbell Central Square, actually. There's some kind of connection between all these bells? Believe benching Randy is the surest way to boost viewers in my live stream. Our objective is to conduct a search of the ruins' interior. Shall we set that bell as our target destination? I'd like to investigate the fluctuations Tio detected there. Yeah, sounds good to me. Now that we got a plan, let's head inside. If we have to. Hence mission. Alrighty then, let's go bag us some ghosts. Hey, they're unknown monsters, not ghosts. Isn't that right, Sergeant Major? Yeah, sure. Poor Ellie. I hope she doesn't get too freaked out in there. I don't know, Claire, and you weren't a big fan of that wicked maneuver he did, so we gotta give him more time to improve. Surely he'll come up with something cooler by the end of the game. I was going to do something in here. I don't know how my party even got rearranged. Where's Randy back there? Fucking Randy, get up front. No, Randy wasn't the one that moved. It was Tio and... No, it was Randy that moved. It was Noel that moved. I don't know. I wasn't expecting this. It seems to be a chapel of some kind. According to records, this place was pretty important way back in the Middle Ages. Called it the Moon Temple. Apparently it was built around the same period as Stargazer's Tower and that old fortress on the ancient battlefield. That must mean this ruin is roughly 500 years old. Constructed during a time of chaos and war. Do you hear that? Bell. Go. What are those? Ghosts? I knew these things would show up. Can't chicken out now, mademoiselle. Here they come. They don't exactly have a ton of health. I assume they're immune to instant death. They're immune to all status ailments. You're vulnerable to... Which one is that? Time? Oh, let's just get some damage. You don't have anything. Oh, they get self-destruct. Yeah, it's time. Noel, I appreciate the enthusiasm. Phew, the Academy never trained me for ghost extermination. Ellie, are you okay? Yes, I think so. Just what were those things? Definitely looked like ghosts to me, that's for sure. Covered in an eerie light, vanished into thin air. Typical ghost stuff. 3 higher elements are exerting a powerful force in this area. For whatever reason, this place is also brimming with spiritual energy. Spiritual energy? Now that you mention it... Y'all heard the temple bell ring just now, right? Is it possible that it was rung by the goat? Noel, please stop. It was probably the wind. Yeah, that must have been it. Go, Ellie, have you been to Skyrim by any chance? Still stuck in the denial stage, mademoiselle. I understand how you feel, Ellie, I do. Considering how that last fight went, I say we continue our investigation. Sergeant Major, are you ready to go? Yes, of course. I guess I have no choice. At least our attacks are effective against them. Man, didn't think I'd end up touring some haunted mansion when I woke up this morning. And we need to introduce Ellie to phasmophobia. I used to love phasmophobia. Do I have... Hold on, let's give you... Oh no, that's Mirage. Do we need to play phasmophobia? Okay, I need... 4 Mirage to get Chaos Brand. What else do I need? 6. That's 60 EP, damn. Yeah, I played it with a bunch of my WoW friends way back. Four, and then me... 4, and then we can probably get to Death Spiral. Wait, do you have... Is Dark Matter, was that the big suck? Yes, Dark Matter was the big suck. Tio has the big suck. Button is the menu. Why is it square? What am I getting rid of? Attack, I guess? Oh, that doesn't give me the neck. That gives me Galleon Tower, though. Oh, EP... Hold on. We can do that, and... That gives me Death Spiral. Oh, Mind is on its own stupid fucking... I forgot this is on its own stupid thing. Why is this a goddamn mechanic? hate it. Can't the second green be on its own thing? It's 4, 7. We have Death Spiral. Hold on. Oh, but I can't. Wait, hang on. EP2 down there. Find 3 up there. And HP3 down there. Yeah, okay. Now we have that, and we have all the attacks. We have 0 whites. Interesting. Maybe ingenuity isn't as important. I'll give you Libra Gem and then give you, like... That gives me Chaos Brands. Yeah. No, you haven't forgotten about me, okay. Oh, you respawned. Well, I guess I'm just booking it for that chest. Better to have had treasure and been looted than to never have had treasure at all. Hey, there's an enemy right in the door. Oops. Very weak to time. Oh yeah, there's the damage. Eesh, we're all, bleeding a little bit. Yeah, and you've got breath. Up there. Nada. Oh, hello, friend. Back for you in a moment. Disagree, but sure. Oh, these things suck EP away? I didn't realize that. Just as important foreshadowing, you just don't know it yet. Got stuck on the stairs. You have an interrupt, right? Yes. So does Lloyd. Why is this enemy just a straight up Furby? Anyone else seeing that? I know. That's wild. Alright, Randy. What the fuck? Nothing could have prepared me for what was about to happen there. Oh, you guard against earth damage, apparently. Oh, that makes total sense. Yeah, I was not prepared for that giant skull to pop out of the ground. Look at that, wow, Randy is so far ahead of everyone in experience. How did Randy get, like, 100 experience ahead of everybody? Action 3. Chests can't be arrested, you know. Well, so this dungeon is going to be insanely confusing. Yo, what's up, Buster Sword? It's okay, Clear, and there's a catch-up mechanic in the game. It's got Xenoblade 2's experience. Because it's not just Xenoblade 2, it's got Xenoblade's experience curve. I don't think I need to. See, Randy's only getting 51 experience when everyone else is getting 103. Even Noel, who's not in the party, is still getting more than him. You're in Spirit Redeeming Purge. I need to get more point redemptions. Recharge. Oh, you want a chess message? Just a sec. In the middle of a Palm Party match right now. That game is apparently hot shit in this world. What's her name? Tio and the kid Jonah play it. No, where? Go, what's happened, Typic? Well, you gotta help me come up with stuff. I don't know what to do. do you mean all of you abuse me? No, let's stay away from this guy. You don't do any. You talk shit on my goat Randy constantly. The man, the myth, the legend himself. Here, I told you, I don't gaslight, I lie. Space to 3 streams of dialogue, you forget combat exists. Yeah, there's occasionally a little bit. A maze to get through. I'm a teddy bear? Alright, I'll take it, I suppose. Bad news, pal. You can get the baddest Jaeger in all of Chestern Zemuria. I just wanted... Alright, game's over. This chest ruined it. Okay, that chest saved it. Some Canadian company owns Circle K. Who owns Circle K? Oh, Kushtar. Yeah, if they're owned by them, then I'm familiar with Kushtar. They're a French-Canadian company. Need to find 3 of those, apparently. Oh, we're back here. Did I explore everything on that side? I don't have a damn clue. What? Oh, what? What's the context on why we're in these ruins? Your girl asked us... Your girl, this one asked us for help with a personal problem. Oh, that's there. Oh, hello, skeleton. Oh. Well, we had vanished turn 1. Why is there a big guy there? Apparently there's a couple Circle K's in Vancouver. I don't think I've ever been, though. Here, I don't think weird begins to describe that game you were playing. Arts. Yeah, it was real weird, but not particularly scary. Look, would I just go out and lie about how scary a game is? The item you took in your with the item you took still in your hand, you look at the chest. It looks back at you with an expression that says, "Bruh." Okay. I assume Quick Trips is another similar convenience store. Feel a sharp gaze stare at you from inside the void. Whose eyes are those? I guess I should still be getting experience. Why are we fighting blue teddy bears? Who deformed the little moogles? That's also a good description. Alright, Clearin, maybe you have a point. Randy's not pulling his weight with these accuracy checks. Alright, let's make Lloyd soft. He'll get over it. Yeah, no, I'm starting to see your point, Clearian. Monsters appeared. We got 3 of these. What are you actually weak to? That. Well, let's just chuck a castle at these guys. Won't AT delay her? You blind, you guys? No. Oh look, Typic, more U materials. It's crazy. Yo, what's up, Marcus? How's it going? Yeah, been a little bit. We've finished don't exactly remember the last time you were here, but this is the 4th overall game in the Trail series. Randy doesn't make Lloyd soft up. Yeah, you just missed what... You missed what he just did. Goes well, good, good, good. Oh, we got stuck on a pillar. That's unfortunate. I don't like the fact that one of those skulls has a death trigger on it. No, I started the second, okay. As soon as instant... Never mind, they're immune to instant death. Downside to Burning Heart again, faints afterwards. Suffers faint afterwards. Oop. Am I going to stream the FF14 Fan Clarion? I haven't touched that game in 4 years. Flame Skulls breed? Man, I hope not. Kate Sith is one of the Turks named Reeve. He's got like, I don't know, maybe about my length hair and then kind of a thinnish beard. What is this? Whatever it is, I don't like the look of it one bit. How the hell is there a place like this behind a chapel? It's not normal, that's for sure. Durin seem way too twisted to belong to the Septian Church. Yeah, he's Reeves' persona. They're curious about that pattern on the floor there. Resembles an eye, doesn't it? What's wrong, Tio? Do you notice something? Odds are this place served as some sort of ritual chamber. Horrid place used to offer live sacrifices. Sacrifices? Yes, I imagine those dark red stains on the floor are from the victim's spilled blood. Of course, I would not know for sure without a proper composition test. Kinda wishing I hadn't heard that. Still don't understand what all this is doing here in the first place, though. Again? It's gonna show up this time. No way! Is that thing a devil? Please, be careful. I'm detecting massive amounts of spiritual energy from it. What the heck? We're supposed to be cops, not exorcists. Here it comes. Yeah, Tio is the Tita of this group. Also, the next expansion, FF7 crossover-ish. Alright. Any Red 13 or Cloud's motorcycle? Nope, you can't trick me, I'm not doing it. Who said you could cast an art? Which one of you is casting the boss? Oh, courage. $13,000. All right, Zeit, what are you gonna do for me, buddy? Minus defense. Well, that's at least something. Stun break on you. Okay, I need Randy's turn to come up. I have this music turned up way too loud. Holy crap. I was about to be shouting just because I couldn't gauge how loud I was talking. Let's get her out of that. Let's just... Do I chuck Galleon Tower or do I big suck? No, it's Galleon Tower. Oh, hell yeah, it's a banger. Oh, you're weak to space. I should have big sucked. Wait, who said we could summon new... Who said we could summon new Pseudorudos? Smash that way. Keep the time. As if nothing's close enough. What are you weak to? One of these was weak to time, the other was weak to more space. Heaven and hell canonically exist. I think it's called Gehenna in this game. Or in this world. Let's deal with the... Let's deal with Lil Bro over there. We can Axle Rush and move you, like, out of the line of fire. Unfortunately, can't do the same with Randolph. So we're gonna have to instead move you over there. You're gonna flamethrower nothing like an idiot. Yeah, Aidios is God. I don't know, what's the name for... Does this game have a name for heaven? I don't remember. Off the top of my head, at least. I guess we're power smashing? Tio's got a crit. Tio's got a big turn incoming. Take a team rush. This is the one fight that Randy isn't carrying. Alright, Noel's coming in for the assist in a second. So you're probably immune to absolutely everything. Yep, that's what I thought. You don't have an interrupt, do you? No. You're just targeting Lloyd. I mean, I feel like the damage is mainly going to be coming from the girls here. Wow, that ally you just summoned, it's got an unfortunate fate coming up in a second. Possibly. Ouch. Antidote. Oh, no, I didn't do a time attack, so that wasn't as much. I guess I should be doing Death Spiral instead of Dalian Tower. And then you continue to do Dark Matter. Our crit turn. Just gonna attack, I guess, for 800. So you're going to attack for 343. Boss was not long for this world. Oh look, 6 view materials. Wow, they're so rare typic. Wow. You managed to take it down. What in Aios's name was that? It's like a devil straight from the church's testaments. Regardless of its origin, it's emitting a terrifying amount of spiritual energy. Ghosts, skeletons, evil creatures, now we're fighting devils? This place is messed up, man. In our current position, I'm pretty sure the bell's right above us. Let's go check it out, everyone. Let's take a detour back to the health. Can't get down on this side. Was that always there? Did I walk by it twice? I might have even used it on the way in. I don't remember anymore. Oops. My bad. Moon Temple Roof. Sounds. It's almost like the bell is resonating with something. Could it be? Perhaps this bell truly is the cause of all the strange things happening. Bell? What do you mean by that? Of course, I do not know the specifics. I feel as if this bell is essentially the nucleus of the otherworldly aura covering this entire temple. In other words, if we can put an end to the resonance, maybe, just maybe, everything will go back to normal. What do you think, Sergeant Major? Should we give it a shot? Yes, let's do it. Lloyd, Randy, could you give me a hand? We'll have to try and stop it together. No problem. Roger Wilco. Ah. What exactly did they do? We just kind of hugged the bell and then it solved the problem? Bloom lifted. Yep, we got clear skies now. Otherworldly aura over the temple seems to have dissipated. Which may mean things have changed inside as well, right? Should head back in and take a look. Roger. See where random battles? I don't think random battles would necessarily be the worst for this game. Well, I guess if you're not starting battles with advantage, then maybe. Or starting most battles with advantage, then maybe. Would you look at that? Wow, the sunlight's shining through. Seems like the monster's up and vanished too. Yeah, but we should check the lower floor just to be sure. No longer detect the presence of the time, space, or mirage elements in the air. It appears as if the distorted space has returned to normal. That's good to hear. Still, how did all this happen in the first place? Definitely had something to do with that bell, but I don't really understand any more than that. Fortunately, that is beyond my knowledge. However, I'd say there's a high likelihood that the bell is actually an artifact of some kind. Artifact? What's that? Artifacts are the remnants of the ancient Zemurian civilization that existed 1,200 years ago. Seem to hold powers beyond the orbital technology and are under strict control of the church. Yeah, you hear stories about the things popping up every now and then. Like some pompous rich fool will end up in hot water after the church confiscates a crazy powerful artifact he was hiding. Wow, this is news to me. First I've heard of it as well. It's not surprising. The average person won't encounter many artifacts in their daily life. Unable to be analyzed with modern technology, and many are dangerous, so the church keeps a tight hold on them. Oh, I see. Either way, I think we've collected more than enough information about these ruins. Turn in a report and leave further investigation to the specialists. I'm with you. Yes, I think that's for the best. So, time to call it a day? Yep, sounds good. Everyone, thank you so much for your help with this investigation. I think it's safe to call this mission accomplished. Okay, surely that's not the whole chapter. We've been in this chapter for 5 minutes. We made it. To the bar, you mean the casino? I don't know if you guys noticed, but I was actually pretty scared in there. No, Ellie. Nobody suspected a thing. You don't say. Well, Anyway, good job, everyone. Still curious about that bell, though. What if it really is an artifact? Those monsters were the strangest ones I've ever seen, too. Stargazer's Tower was mysterious, but this temple was really something else. Let's not forget that creepy ritual chamber behind the chapel. Wish I could. Honestly, I feel this place is much too ominous to ever been a church. What exactly happened here 500 years ago? Well, I say we leave that question to the specialists and get out of here. I knew this place is gonna be spooky, but I feel like I just did 10 back-to-back rounds on the horror coaster. I know what you mean. Anyway, should we head back to where we parked the car? Sounds good to me. Well, giant mole blocking the way first. Keep the fire. You know what? Let's just also do that. constable is not screwing around. Ooh, Lloyd learned a new S-Spray. That could be good to know. We can probably fix our quartz now. Like, we'll give you attack. Should give Randy attack. Can't give Randy attack 3. Give Lloyd attack 3 for now. That's probably fine. Give you Septium Vein. Are they the better materia, though? Well then, what are your guys' plans now? Still have a bit of time before I need to be back. Would you like a ride anywhere? Let me think. May as well take her up on the offer while we have the chance. Call? Sorry, give me a minute. Rangers are about to head out too. Ain't that just how it goes? Oh, this is Lloyd Banning, Special Support Section. Oh, hello, Lloyd. May I ask where you guys are right now? Oh, we're in the tunnel on Maine's mountain path. Actually, we just finished investigating some ruins in the area with your sister. So I'm just gonna go turn on my fan. Ah, yes, Noe was telling me about that earlier. Assume the investigation went well? Yeah, we're all done for now, anyway. Did you need your sister? I can put her on the call if so. No, that's okay. If I needed to talk to her, I would have just called her Enigma, silly. I'm actually calling because someone was asking for the SSS. Oh, really? Who was it? A civilian? Not quite, it's the mayor of Mainz. Sounds like he needs a consultation with your team. Huh, that's surprising to hear. Did he give you any details? Apparently one of the locals from Mainz left to visit Crossbell City, but he hasn't returned for several days. At least, that's what I gathered from everything the mayor told me. It definitely is concerning. Alright, we're already near Mainz, so we'll pay Mayor Bixen a visit. Fortunately for us, your sister can give us a ride there. Don't be afraid to work her to the bone. Go ahead and contact the mayor to let him know you're on the way. Is that Fran? Yeah, she called to tell us about a new request. So Mayor Bixen submitted a support request. One left Mainz to visit a city and has yet to return home? Close by, so we may as well head over and get the story straight from the mayor's mouth. Yeah, I was thinking the same. Alright, Sergeant Major, could he take us to Mainz? Leave it to me. Can you call the sister? Here she is. What do you want to say, Kira? All right. I can't rest. This is really better. And here we are. Welcome to Mainz, everyone. Man, it really is nice being able to drive. I wish we had a car. Well, now that we're here, let's hurry and ask the mayor for the details on this case. Right. Remember correctly, we just have to go straight ahead and get to his place. Alright, Mayor... whatever your name is. Excuse us, it's the special support section. Yes, I've been waiting for you all. Apologies for making you come all this way. Truth be told, I intended to go see you in the city, but... please, don't worry about that. You're in the area, so stopping by was no inconvenience at all. So, would you mind explaining the support request to us? Of course, please take a seat. Pour some tea, just 1 second. C. Summary, one of your miners, Gantz, traveled to Crossbell City almost 2 weeks ago and hasn't been back since? That's right. See, he's a die-hard gambler. Oh yeah, we got one of those. The point that he apparently goes to that casino in the city's entertainment district every weekend to flirt with Lady Luck. The fact that he hasn't contacted anyone for 2 whole weeks has us worried. Everyone around town is wondering where he's gone or if something happened to him. That's definitely strange. You know, she's got a point. Maybe some specific reason he has not returned, such as being involved in an accident. At the very least, I hope he wasn't attacked by monsters while traveling outside of the city. The miner is just a damn good gambler. Guy can make a killing in the casino if he plays his cards right. If I were him and found myself flush with cash, I'd be chilling in Michelin with a drink in one hand and the other around a pretty lady's waist. Yeah, I doubt that's the case. For starters, he isn't you. Makes a valid point about gambling, though. Cannot ignore the possibility. Ah, well. Fortunately, I think we might have to rule that one out. Why's that? He said he loves to gamble? Are there any other relevant qualities about him we should know of? Huh. Well, Gantz is the least serious person I've ever had the pleasure of knowing, but he may love gambling to death. He's absolutely horrible at it. On top of that, he's got the luck of a man who would keel over from a splinter. Every time he comes home, his wallet is as dry as a desert. I see. In that case, he might make some real cash in the lottery, but without any real skill, I doubt he'd win much in a poker game. Perhaps he took out a sum of Mira and ran off before the loan sharks could catch him. Well, it's another possibility to consider. That was actually one of the scenarios we pondered over before you arrived. In that the case, I have no idea how we'd find him. Alright, I think we have a grasp of the situation now. You can leave finding Gantz to us, Mayor Bixen. Now, we'll start with investigating the casino and any other places you may have visited. Thank you, Lloyd. I'll leave this matter in your hands, then. If you learn anything, could you contact my house by phone? Of course, sir. I'll write down your phone number while I'm here. It's already evening. I guess it's probably about time we head back to the city. Yes, there's still some more information I'd like to gather before the day is over, too. Noel, could we bother you for another ride? Of course. Let's go back to the car, and I'll have you home in no time. Crossbell City. Thanks again for your help today, everyone. I'm sure to return the favor as soon as I can. Oh, there's no need. It was nothing, really. He's right. In fact, I'd say a once-in-a-lifetime adventure like today's once-in-a-lifetime experience like today's little adventure is thanks enough. Speaking of that, I've been thinking of everything we saw at the temple. We should contact Crossbell Cathedral and consult with them about what happened there. They agree. What happened today was, in fact, related to an artifact. Best suited to dealing with it. See what you mean. Okay, I'll discuss things with the deputy commander and we'll figure out what to do. Anyway, guessing you guys want to get started on your missing miner investigation, am I right? That's right. At least try to visit the casino before the day's over. If you happen to hear anything about the case through the CGF, could you let us know? Of course. If anything comes up about a Gantz from Mainz, I'll send it your way. You're giving up so easily. What is this? You guys get back to work now. Good luck. Right back at you, Noel. Tipic, you can fight Anton for Fran. Well then, there's no time to waste. Is everyone ready to head to the casino? Let's go. Still a lot we don't know about Gantz. Well, what are we waiting for? To the entertainment district. This is the time of day when business at the casino really starts to pick up. Well then, time to do as they do in the entertainment district and hit the slots. Maybe we'll learn a thing about our missing miner while we're at it. Randy, no. Okay, I was joking about hitting the casino. Apparently, we're just being dragged back here by force. Going undercover, that'd be one thing. There's absolutely no reason for us to start gambling. Sorry, Kara, no gambling. Agreed, let's stick with questioning employees and customers. And when you say get some, care to elaborate? Perhaps that will lead to some clue about Gantz's whereabouts. Yeah, bunch of killjoys. Wanna know about Gantz? Should probably talk to the owner about him. He's usually up for a chat over at the bar. Wait, can I do... Hold on. Let's swap to Randy. Don't worry, we can do some gambling. No worries, enjoy your lurk. I'm on 15. Well, it's a good thing the dealer is really stupid. Yeah, but usually, if everyone busts, if the customer busts, is the round not just over and the dealer wins because everyone else is out? I've never actually played blackjack at a casino. I assume that's how it works. Actually, I've never gambled at a casino. Clarify that. That's some bullshit. Okay, we said he's at the bar. Alright, what's happening? Proprietor Drake. Good evening, everyone. I assume you're here to join Randy for some fun? No, not today. Actually, we wanted to ask you something, Drake. He's missing. Why, that's preposterous. He was just here earlier today. He left after winning quite a hefty sum of money. Wait, really? Huh, I always assumed the dealer would just, if everyone busted, then the dealer just scoops up the cards and goes to the next round. One. Come on, Drake, you must be thinking of someone else, right? Or as we were told, the guy we're looking for is as unlucky as he is terrible at cards. Well, I assure you, I know the man well. It all started about 2 weeks ago. It had been a while since I'd last seen him, but I swear it was like he was a completely different person. Out of nowhere, he put my dealers in the biggest losing streak this casino's ever seen. We've lost about 500,000 Mira to him now? 500,000? Yeah, but I figured that was just the casino's edge in blackjack. This is an exorbitant amount of money. There's no friggin' way, man. It's gotta be cheating, right? As I'm sure you know, we are professionals here. If someone was cheating, it wouldn't escape our notice. Besides, it's not only his skill that's completely changed, his luck has become miraculously good as well. I'd certainly like to know just how he was able to change his fortune so drastically. Huh. It's quite different from the story Mayor Bixen gave us. Excuse me, sir. Apparently Gantz hasn't returned to Mainz for some time now. Do you have any idea where he's staying? Ah, yes. Last I heard, he's staying at the hotel across the street. The deluxe suite on the top floor, no less. Deluxe suite? Oh, I suppose he does have the mirror for it now. Damn, talk about a rags to riches story. In any case, I'm surprised we were able to track him down so easily. So am I. We should go pay him a visit right away. Yeah, I know that they typically hit until 16. But, it's already nighttime. Should go speak with Gantz before it gets any later. Right, let's head on over to the hotel. Mr. Drake said the deluxe suites are on the top floor. I can only imagine what it's like to win big at the casino and start living the high life. Damn, I'm jealous as hell. Randy, it will be bedtime in a few hours. Save your dreams of luxury for then. We're stopping here for no reason for a moment. Alright. Man, the amount of... The amount of Rixia anything Twitter has been suggesting me lately is just off the charts. Is this our man? Is that you, Randy? Oh my, long time no see. Huh, the pleasure's all mine, ladies. Who the hell are you people? Excuse us, sir, we're with the CPD. Must be Gantz from Mainz, correct? That's right. Ain't I met you somewhere before? Have we? Recognize this man. I believe we saved him from warhounds during our first time in Mainz. Oh, you're right. Almost forgotten. Huh, I think I remember now. Y'all those kids from way back when, ain't ya? So, what you want? I'm sorry, I made a real sound effect. In hindsight, maybe I wouldn't have done that. Well, received a request from the mayor of Mainz. Told us you've gone missing. Mayor's looking for me? What she want with me? Come on, man, you've been gone for like 2 weeks without telling anyone. Everyone back in town is worried about you. They thought something had happened. So, they asked us to go looking for you. Okay. Well, you found me. Good job, officers. But it don't matter none. I ain't ever going back to Mainz. Wait, serious? What reason? Ah, ain't it obvious? I'm the greatest gambler this state has ever seen. And it ain't just my killer skill at the tables. Oh no, Lady Luck can't keep her hands off me too. It's probably the worst drunk voice that you've ever heard. I apologize. Who the hell would want to go back to Mainz? Just to smash rocks all day long. What? Come on, man. sure that's what you want? Everyone's worried sick about you. You could at least contact the mayor and let him know you're okay. Shut up! Just shut up. You can't order me around like this, kid. One more round of barking and it'll be off to Michelin for me. Hey ladies, how about I takes you to that fancy schmancy resort this weekend? You can pick whatever you want from those boutiques they got too. It's on me. Wow, really? I can't wait to go. Ain't much we can do about him. The guy's drunk off his own success and plenty of booze from the look of it. Yeah. The way things turned out is unfortunate, but all we can do now is let the mayor know what happened. It's not really our place to force him to return to Mainz. It's his own conscious decision. What's on your mind, Molly? You look like something's bothering you. Well, I was just thinking. He was an amateur gambler who played on the weekend. He had a reputation for having no luck and poor judgment. So how did he suddenly end up on such a huge winning streak? That's true. Right, it is fishy as hell. What do you think it would take for him to teach me a few of his tricks? I was under the impression you were already a skilled gambler yourself, Ray. Oh, I ain't half bad. Even I could manage a 2-week-long hot streak and rake in 500,000 lira. Pretty sure Gambler Jack's the only man who could do something like that. Jack's a fictional character. Oh. Heck, what are you guys still doing here? Hey, that's no way to treat old Randy. Good morning, Abner. Can I ask you two gals something real quick? I'm a little curious about that Gantz fella on there. Go right ahead. Ooh, what is it? Is he involved in some sort of crime? Nah, it ain't nothing like that. Just wondering if he always acts that full of himself. I know he has more than a few drinks in, but still, he was laying on the attitude a bit thick, don't you think? Yeah, I can see what you mean. It's true, he wasn't that high and mighty when he first started coming around here. He started winning, though, he got louder and way more bossy. But it's part of our job to deal with customers like that, so we didn't really think twice about it. Oh yeah? I see. So it's safe to say that it wasn't just the alcohol. Personality aside, that man is something else. It's almost as if he could see through the cards while they were laid down. He must have razor-sharp senses. No kidding. It's totally insane, to be honest. Even won straight-up bets at the roulette table, too. You can read the dealer's minds, or see into the future. Yeah. Did anyone ever watch, God, what was that movie called now? The one with Nick Cage. We could see 2 minutes into the future. Ah, now I need to figure this out. Next. Was that it? Yes. Can I never watch that? Does sound impressive. It's way beyond just having good instincts. Sounds more like a superpower. Damn it! How could Idios have blessed me with such wonderful talents? Anyway, that's about all we know about Gantz. Is that all you needed? Yep, you've been real helpful. I think I'll come see you cuties again when I get some free time. See about that. See you later, Randy. If I remember right, that movie basically starts out with Nick Cage's character in the casino. Using his powers to win. Anyway, we should let the mayor know what's happened. Yeah, I'll give him a call. I pulled up Mayor Bixon's phone number and dialed it. Oh, this is Bixon speaking. Good evening, sir. This is Lloyd Bannings from the SSS. Oh, good to hear from you. You able to find any information on Gantz? Well, about that. I hardly believe it. And like Gantz winning a fortune at the casino and living in a luxury hotel. I tried to reason with him, but he refuses to return to Mainz. So we figured the least we could do is report the situation to you. Oh, that's perfectly fine. You've done more than enough. I'll make my way to the city tomorrow and speak with Gantz myself. Thank you for your hard work. No trouble at all, sir. If you can be of further assistance, then please don't hesitate to contact us again. We'd like to help out with this case as much as we can. Thank you. Counting on you all. What did the mayor say? Well, he was definitely surprised about Gantz. He said he'd be coming to Crossbell City tomorrow so we can speak to him. Doubt there's a better man for the job, to be honest. What's wrong, Tio? Fight for a while now. Is something bothering you? No, not particularly. It's a long day, so I'm feeling a bit fatigued. I know what you mean. Investigating those ruins earlier really took it out of me. It's getting pretty late. We should head back home. He has been waiting all day for us, after all. Good to see her again. At her smile and all the exhaustion will completely vanish. That might be a bit much. But I definitely get what you mean. Man, she really just went and turned all our hearts to mush, huh? Well, let's hurry on home and see our sweet little kiddo. Sorry, Clear, and we changed the song immediately as you typed that. Phew, we're home. Oh, you're back. Yay. You're home. Welcome back. Wish I could be as full of energy as you always are, Kia. Yep, so energetic I could power all of Crossbell. You guys are home late. Was there a lot of work today? There sure was. If we didn't have Nultifarius around everywhere, we'd probably have collapsed on the side of the road somewhere. Reed. Hey, Tio. You look super tired. Are you alright? Yes, I will be fine. Simply seeing that cute face of yours has completely recharged me. Kia? Got so much energy. I'll share some with you. This'll supercharge you. That's Kia for you. For sure, her smile will fill you full of pep quicker than any medicine out there. Guess Kia's hugs really are a miracle cure. I think I'm sufficiently recharged. Yay. Come to think of it, is the chief not yet home yet, Kia? Chief? Oh, he's over in his office. Someone came to visit and he's still talking with him. Visitor? It's pretty unusual considering how late it is. Remember what he looked like? He's an old man with a beard and a big belly. Kinda reminds me of a bear. I think the chief called him something like a lawyer? Oh, Mr. Grimwood's here. Why is he stopping by so late? We should go say hello to him while we have the chance. Leave that all to you. I'm on kitchen duty tonight. Alright with cooking for everyone? If you want, I could take over. I already performed the prep work earlier, so it should be easy. Hold on for just a little while longer. Hey, Kia? Oh, I want to help. Can I? Can I? Want to? Well then, you will be my sous chef. Aloysius. Get this man out of here. Or get this man writing for the chests, actually. Look at this guy, napping without a care in the world. Oh, what else is new? It sounds like a sweet job, to be honest. Excuse us. Hey, what took so long? Oh, sorry for dropping by so late. Thought it might be you, Mr. Grimwood. A pleasant surprise to have you visit. Yes, well, I had some matters to discuss with Sergei. As I was in the neighborhood, I took the opportunity to stop by. Matters to discuss? Yeah, I'll cut to the chase. It's about Kia's identity. Oh, then did you guys figure anything out? Fortunately not. Seems a request was also submitted to the guild, but I, at Sergei's behest, explored another possibility. Unfortunately, it wasn't... No, actually, I'm pleased to say the possibility I looked into was a bust. Happy it was a bust. Right, it was pertaining to a story several years back. There were multiple cases of child abductions, primarily focused in the Calvard Republic. Child abductions? It's horrible. I'll omit the more unnecessary details, but it was a pretty massive case. As Calvard wasn't the only country targeted, an international investigation team was created to get to the bottom of things. Each country's army, police force, the Bracer Guild, you name it. Everyone cooperated to put an end to that mess. It's crazy. It's the first I've heard of it. Same here. As it was kept under wraps, it must have been pretty damn serious. Yes, eventually the case was closed. In the end, it was decided that due to its nature, it was to be kept strictly confidential. The only reason I know about it is because I was involved, serving as an advisor. Wait, hold on a second. Saying there's a chance Kia could be one of the victims from this whole abduction incident? I thought the same thing, so I searched through the case records again. To my relief, I wasn't able to find any children who matched Kia's description. Record, nearly all the men responsible for those were arrested, and the remainder committed suicide. I simply came by today to inform Sergei of my findings. See. I believe that Kia wasn't a part of that, but the fact that it actually happened. I would have ended up telling you all about this eventually. Anyway, back to square one with Kia. Well, that's fine, we'll just keep doing what we're doing. We'll look after the little kiddo until we find one of her relatives. Right. I'd appreciate it if you kept sheltering the child here. In case we can't end up finding a relative, you should consider entrusting her to a foster family or a church orphanage. Well... But... those are outcomes all of you need to start considering. Adopting a kid isn't like taking in some stray animal. She can't just keep living here forever. No matter how cute she might be. That might be true. Yeah, you're right. She'll need a good bit more care than some kitten, that's for sure. Sorry, everyone. It seems I brought down the mood a bit. You all just returned from a long day of work, didn't you? I imagine you have a report to deliver, so I think I should excuse myself now. No, please wait. Truth is, there's something we were planning on consulting you about. Oh, what's that? So you see... So, you were working on a missing person case. Sounds like a job for the SSS, alright. Didn't seem like anything illegal was going on, so we just let him be. Wonder if we should have tried a little harder to get him to go home, though. Well, that's a complicated question. If you were bracers, there'd be a little more wiggle room to negotiate. Comes with the job. The police officer tried to pull that move, however. Also, the whole situation would turn into a civil dispute. It's an exceedingly fine line. I was afraid you'd say that. This guy's old enough to make his own decisions, so in the end, I guess it's none of our business. You're just some brat. We could have just given him a little kick in the rear and sent him home. That's true. However, you mentioned his skills and luck with the gambling completely changed. Almost like he was a different person. Something about this rub you the wrong way? Well, it might just be coincidence, but... lately, two similar stories have come to my attention. Oh, really? Telling me there's not one, but 3 lucky bastards who hit the jackpot? Oh no, it's a bit different. Stories I heard involve a stockbroker who worked for a securities firm and the manager of a trading company. Recently, both companies sustained heavy losses and were almost in the red, but the last few days they seem to have experienced an incredible rebound. Hardly believe it until I saw the numbers. Especially the stockbroker. It said he bought and sold stocks with unprecedented luck and intuition, as if he could see into the future. Sounds pretty familiar. Don't worry, I'm sure it's only a coincidence. However, from what I've heard, these two have also become extremely arrogant, just as their fortunes reversed. That tidbit piqued my interest. It's definitely strange. Hey, Ian. Any chance you know the backgrounds of these two? Not yet. But if you're interested, I can start looking into them straight away. Yeah, it was the first thing I thought of. The first thing I thought of when we first got Kia, I'm like, I need to work with this somehow. Want to check possible ties, I presume? Yeah, if possible. Something catch your attention, Chief? When you're in this business, Lloyd, it never hurts to have all the info you can. It's as simple as that. I understand. You told me something like that too. Decisive factors in an investigation are intuition in the information you uncover. Well then, I'll get out of your way now. If there's ever anything bothering you, don't hesitate to stop by my office. Everything in my power to help out. Very much, Mr. Grimwood. Definitely take you up on that offer when the time comes. Bash managed to recover their smuggling routes. Yes, sir. 3 of the routes we decimated over the last week have already been reorganized. Trying to impede them, but the resilience was most unexpected. How curious. I was led to believe they didn't have the manpower to accomplish such a thing. Their boss finally involved himself in their restoration efforts? It's the strangest part. Killing Bear was nowhere to be found. This appeared to be solely the work of his subordinates. Reports state that not only they brought enough for a small squad, but that they only brought enough for a small squad. Not only that, but there were no warhounds present either. How interesting. Now I'm even more curious. Has this been a battle of even numbers? Had this been a battle of even numbers, you should have come out victorious. They employ those Rhineford heavy machine guns, perhaps? Yes, actually. Their main forces appear to have been armed. But the report also mentions that their battle prowess is skyrocketing. Interesting. Impression Don Marconi is trying his utmost to appease the speaker to quell his rage. Recall any new reports of Jaegers being employed or any training exercises being held either. Very peculiar indeed. You implying that they've acquired a trump card right under our noses? Precisely. As far as I'm able to tell, this trump card of theirs is something truly extraordinary indeed. Perhaps even more so than our own. Like Yin, however, this new measure of theirs is something that can turn the tide of battle at a moment's notice. How in the hell did they... What was that? Ah, yes, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. We've got a big problem on our hands. A group of men draped in black are unloading rounds into the building. Ravash, I think. There's about 10 of them, and the Killing Bear isn't one of them. Only 10 measly grunts. Hurry it up and finish them off, then. Don't worry about the police. This is self-defense, so anything goes. Well, the thing is... These guys aren't human, I'm telling you. They're just holding massive machine guns with just one hand. First floor has been breached. Minute random map. Hey, sometimes those are the best. Damn it! Only Master Yin was here. Oh dear. Not even I could outwit our foes in such a barbaric situation as this. Master Cao, you don't mean... Let's go, Lao. Relying on Yin for a petty squabble like this would be a stain on Heiyu's name. Come, let us demonstrate our might as the conquerors of the Eastern Quarter. This girl is full of surprises. Full lurk, enjoy. Telling me that Kia cooked all of these sunny side up eggs for us? I'm to play a good game. I swear, Abner, if I get a pop-up in the corner of my screen that says you're playing Warframe. Sure did. The technique was so good, I ended up picking up a few tricks from her. Fried eggs with a bit of runny yolk. Nice. Look at this bacon, too. It's fried to perfection. Just the right amount of crispiness. Duelist of the Roses. It's a PS2 Yu-Gi-Oh game? I think. Displayed just as much skill helping you with yesterday's cream stew. You sure you don't have any training in the culinary arts, Kia? I don't know. Maybe? Whenever I cook, it's like my hands are moving on their own. Well, I guess it's possible to retain skills like that through muscle memory. The fact that she's this talented at her age is pretty amazing. Hey Tio, I was wondering, you feel okay today? Ah. You look fine as far as I can tell. If you're not feeling 100%, maybe you should take the day off and rest? No, I'm fine. I modded one, Q and Diff Spike. Okay. Never actually played it. I watched a friend play it. Girl, I went to bed quite a bit earlier than usual yesterday. The only Yu-Gi-Oh game that I played was Forbidden Memories, and that... a weird game. I think we have any urgent requests to take care of, so we can always wait and see how you're feeling. Call. I think we're about to get an urgent request, Lloyd. Pretty early for that, ain't it? Is it Fran? Check. Oh, this is Lloyd Bandings with the special support. Yeah, I know already. Where the heck are you? What are you doing right now? Jonah. Wow, I wasn't expecting a night owl like yourself to be awake this early in the morning. Ha! Implying I didn't pull an all-nighter. But enough about that. It doesn't matter. How carefree you sound, I bet you don't know anything at all, right? Don't know anything... about what? So you don't know. Well then, I, the great and brilliant Jonah, will do you a favor. Dead of night yesterday. Well, technically today, I guess, but that's besides the point. Pendulum and Lynx held before Synchro and Xyz. Either way, someone raided Heiyu's office. What? They were caught completely off guard, too. No offense, all defense, you know. Apparently, they took some serious damage. If you asked me, it had to have been done by those Ravash guys. It's one outside the realm of possibility. Thanks for the heads up, Jonah. Huh, you owe me one now, Lloyd. Jonah? Yeah, something crazy's popped up. Is that really true, Lloyd? It's freaking insane. All of them doing such a stunt in the city, even if it was in the middle of the night. What? If all this is true, I bet anything the First Division's already jumped on the kids. If it bothers you that much, though, then go ahead and check it out. Only after you finish eating. Will do, sir. Oh, right. Will you be good to go, Tia? Theo? Yes, of course. Yes, of course. We can walk over to the Harbor District after we finish our breakfast. Oh, this is a long... Well, maybe we get some other throughout the chapter. Back when Yu-Gi-Oh! Didn't terrify you. Yeah, I mean... If there wasn't just such a wall of knowledge, I think I might enjoy it, at least a bit, but there's just such a huge barrier to entry that, like, I don't want to play that game anymore. And, like, I played Master Duel for a bit when it came out. And then I kept trying to go back, but I can't do it. Yeah, it's a lot, is what I'll say. This place is a mess. It certainly looks like the aftermath of a raid. Definitely, there are traces of heavy weaponry scattered all over. At least they didn't resort to explosives. The whole place would be a crater if they did. Oh, I see you guys are on the scene too. Hey Franz, how's the situation looking? Rushed out here as soon as we heard the news. I don't know much yet. All we heard is that shots were fired in the middle of the night. Dudley and the others are in the middle of conducting an investigation. Sounds like the First Division beat us to the punch. Always quick to jump on cases like this. I'd like to ask the members of Heiyu some questions. You mind letting us inside? I suppose I could? I was only told not to let civilians pass through here. You'll have to make up an excuse to Dudley for me, though. Of course. Thanks for helping us out. Yeah, this place has, seen better days. Yeah, if you'll excuse me then. I'd like to help you, but unless you're willing to give us more details, there's not much we can do. You'll have to forgive me, after all, it was late into the night. I haven't the foggiest idea of who the assailants may be, or why they targeted our humble company. Even so, it appears you were able to mount an efficient defense. The first and second floors are devastated, yet this room remains spotless. How in the world were you able to fend off assailants armed with heavy machine guns? I'll admit it was tricky. However, the assailants managed to escape our grasp, I'm afraid. Many of our men were sent to St. Ursula. My oh my, what a disaster. You have my condolences. Now, if you'll excuse us. You four? What's the special support section doing here? Why, good morning. Detective Bannings, I see the rest of you have come along as well. Pardon our interruption, Cal. I know you're busy with the aftermath of the raid, but could I borrow a minute of your time? Anything for you, my friends. If you'll excuse us, Dudley. I appreciate you having stopped by. Have a nice day. Bye. Takes me to no end, but I'm really a snake to you. Try to get what you can out of him. Ah, yes, sir. It's been quite some time, my friends. I heard you all had quite the adventure on the final day of the anniversary festival. I'm assuming Yin told you all about it. As you know, the special support section doesn't follow conventional investigative protocol. With that in mind, how about you go ahead and tell us your true intentions? Oh? Lloyd? There's no point wasting our time with his usual song and dance. Not only that, but we have a lot of ground to cover with Cal. I figured I'd get straight to the point. Well now, that's one hell of a gutsy move. He can be quite audacious when he wants to be. Excellent, Mr. Banning. Simply superb. Knew I was right to put my hopes in you. Very well, I'm not particularly fond of trivial exchanges anyway. If your questions are within the realm of my knowledge, I will provide the answers you seek. Thank you, Cal. There are 3 things I wanted to ask you about. Is it safe to assume Ravash is behind last night's raid? Is there any chance the attack was carried out by a third party? So you're going to ask about that too. Very well. Well, please explain for them. Sir, the assailants may have been masked to conceal their identities, but there's no doubt it was Ravash's men. Not only were their weapons identical, but so was their combat style. That's something that can't be mimicked so easily. Let's see. That makes sense. In that case, something's still rubbing me the wrong way. You guys are pretty damn good martial artists. Heck, I bet your man Lau here could hand out beatings left and right. Flatter me. Sure, Ravash doesn't have a shortage of combat pros, but none of them could match up with you guys one-on-one. So then, how'd you get trashed so hard by a handful of their thugs? Was the Killing Bear leading the charge or something? No, I don't believe the esteemed general manager of sales was present. Neither were his hand-picked ex-Jaeger friends. I believe Ravash's regular combat personnel to be behind the attack. If that's the case, then how? Their techniques were simple, their speed and power were beyond comprehension. They were able to brandish those heavy machine guns single-handedly. Fences were easily crushed by their unnatural strength. They overtook the first 2 floors with ease. No fooling. It wasn't only linked to their power and speed either, they had inhuman endurance as well. Thanks to that, I had to put into practice a few dangerous techniques. Dangerous techniques? Like what? Wasn't aware you were trained in combat yourself, Cal. I am nothing but an amateur compared to Master Yin. Not gonna beat around the bush, Cal. How do you plan to respond to their raid? So that's what you want to know, is it? You know what manner of organization Heiyu is, and there shouldn't be any need to ask such a question. So you're planning to retaliate, then? My, how presumptuous to think we would ever do such a thing. You misunderstand. I'm speaking only in terms of crisis management. At the end of the day, what matters most to our company is profit. In situations where our profits are threatened, it's my sworn duty to crush our antagonizers through the appropriate methods. Fail to see what's so strange about that. Why, you shrewd man. Requesting assistance from Heiyu's main office, one of those appropriate methods. Huh? Reinforcements from Heiyu's main office, huh? You really aren't beating around the bush, are you? Well, to answer your question, I have no such plans at the moment. After all, my reputation is on the line. However, there's no guarantee the main office will respect my wishes. They may intervene regardless. I suppose I should be able to keep them out of things for a little while, at the very least. Either way, we are sorely lacking in information about Ravash's current improvements. As such, we don't have an effective countermeasure. For now, I've assigned someone to keep a close eye on their movements. That someone being an extremely reliable collaborator of yours. Requested Yin's assistance. Guess he would be the best option for an undercover mission like this. Isn't directly related to the case in question, but I figured I'd ask while I'm here. Do you really not know anything about Kia? Ah. Lloyd, that's... Kia, you said. That meant to be a person's name. It sounds more like a code word to me. Ah, pardon me. I see this is a serious matter. All I know is that Kia is the name of that little girl you took into custody after the Shores auction. Well, that and the fact that our dear collaborator offered you a small piece of advice while you were there. Exhibits for the second half of the auction are all stored from over there. The information that was sent to Heiyu, there's a bomb, so to speak, among the items. I recommend you confirm it. A large leather trunk will be exhibited at the end of the auction. Inside the trunk is a bomb, which will only serve to jeopardize Ravash's position. This information was sent to us through a very complicated route. We're unable to determine the identity of the informant. However, in some ways, that only made it more credible. Oh. Sorry if I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation. Shinope? Sinope? Let me know. Thank you so much for the raid. How's it going? Welcome in, Flame Emperor Crimson. How are you guys doing tonight? Welcome in. My name is Uncle Scottle. Currently attempting to go through trails. We're on game number 4. Between Shin and Jin. Shinope. Okay. Alright. Hello, just Frankie. Or just Francie. I remember that. Yeah, Scottle with an L. Or just call me Scott. Either or. You just call him Shin. Alright. Yeah, welcome in, everybody. I hope you guys are all doing well. We wanted to be certain, however, so we asked our friend to check on it. Even in my wildest dreams, I never expected this purported bomb to end up being a small girl. Yeah, as a first playthrough, I played Sky 1, 2, and 3. I didn't play the remake, I played the originals. Yeah, we're up to chapter 4 now. We've got Kia. We met Cow a couple of times. Damn, looks like he's gonna feign ignorance till the very end. Yeah, so what were you guys playing tonight? Let's assume you're telling the truth. You have an inkling as to who that informant might have been? Logically speaking, information this sensitive and incriminating would point to the actions of a Ravash defector. The only thing I can say for certain is that whoever was behind it, they're an incredibly skilled individual. At any rate, this is as far as our knowledge regarding Kia goes. Though I suppose it's up to you whether you believe me or not. Understood. Thanks for answering, honestly. Honestly. No further questions. Yeah. Just a little bit further than I am, yeah. Now then, does this conclude your questioning? Yes, for the moment. Appreciate your cooperation. Mind if I give the department an outline of what we discussed? Hey, thank you for the follow. Who is he like, my friend? By the way, Detective Bannings? Yes? I'll be honest with you. This raid was far beyond what I thought Ravash was capable. I was under the impression that I was fully cognizant of their forces, connections, and strategies. Further, given the scrutiny they currently find themselves under, I never expected them to pull off such a brazen move. Yeah, Persona 4 was... There's a story behind that. I heard the Junes jingle on the TV, and then immediately said, I never want to hear that ever again. And then 3 seconds later, Nanako sung it. I'm like, oh. Okay, then. Oh, yeah, this series is great so far. Like, especially after the auction, that just really... I'm curious, I gotta finish now. Truly surpassed all my expectations. I'm almost a little impressed. I must say, I'm unbelievably excited for what's to come. I cannot recall an instance in the last few years where a situation didn't play out exactly as I had expected. Oh, nice. Nice. This is a rare opportunity for me to wield the full force of my power and intellect to my heart's desire. The mere thought gives me indescribable joy. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. Just gonna reread. Alright. Replay it simply for Kanji. Kanji was awesome. Is he my favorite character? Kanji might be my favorite character. Hey, watch yourself. You're truly unbelievable. Not think for 1 second that I will allow the police to ruin my fun. Though I'm willing to grant a unique opportunity to your department. And somehow resolve the situation before Heiyu begins its retaliation. I have no need to do so. Be eagerly awaiting your next move. Naoto's pretty cool too. I like her. This has got really serious. Sorry, just give me 2 seconds. Yes, they give us plenty of useful information to work with, but I can't believe Cal would so blatantly imply a full-scale war with Ravash. If things keep heating up like this, then we're gonna have a real mess on our hands. We're screwed if they decide to have a firefight in the middle of town. Additionally, we have to consider the possibility that Heiyu may call for reinforcements. So his favorite protag is Lloyd? Hell yeah. More than a few dark clouds already gathering on the horizon. Even so, it sounds like we still have a bit of time, judging by what Cow said. There are a lot of suspicious details about this raid Ravash pulled off. So we'll need to find out as much as we can about it before Heiyu mobilizes. I agree. Shall we visit each of the districts and question the citizens? No. I think we'd better to go straight to the source. Let's pay Ravash a visit. Kidding, right? We've gone there once before, but still. Before the incident at the auction. Wouldn't it be too reckless to go there now? It's true, they may have struck a deal with us, but it only relates to Kia's case. However, there's something I'm concerned about. What might that be? Garcia's movements. I've had enough encounters with him to know what kind of person he is. Never seemed the type to be reckless, and I get the feeling he had a strong command over his subordinates. You're absolutely right. As a well-known Jaeger commander, way too disciplined to pull any crazy stunts. In fact, it's pretty hard to imagine him ordering his men to launch an assault on Heiyu like that. Garcia actually order the raid, or did its subordinates act on their own? It's definitely something we'll find out. There's the Cold Steel Protag. Yeah, we'll get there when we get there. Yeah, I've heard Reen? I've heard Reen's pretty cool. Right. Fastest way to do that is to start asking questions around Ravash's base. Wanna head there now? I suppose that's our best option. Should be relatively low, so we're simply asking around the area. Let's go have ourselves a little stakeout. I don't know, I think I might like Estelle a bit more than Lloyd still, but... I don't know, Lloyd's pretty good. Maybe my opinion will change by the end of the next game. What made me want to try Trails? That is a good question. In, like... 2020? 2021-ish? Oh, maybe even before that. I don't remember. At some point, like 6 years ago, I was looking at just JRPG recommendations, and Trails in the Sky was probably like the most recommended on the JRPG subreddit, so I'm like, sure, we'll give it a shot. I played until like halfway through chapter 1, but I was on hard, and I just completely bounced off the game then. And then a couple years later, since I already had the game, I decided, we'll give it a shot. We'll give it another shot, except on normal. And I liked it a hell of a lot more. And now here we are, 3 games later. Just like I thought, there were more guards posted here than usual. Looking way more pissed than I was expecting, too. Patient, excited, vigilant, anxious. Expecting a wide range of emotion from it. Except for some reason, I waited a year and a half between playing Sky 1 and Sky 2. Don't know why I did that. Especially since Sky 1 ends on a cliffhanger. Oh well, here we are. Yeah, that's exactly how I was with the Sky. That's funny. You don't know how I did that? I didn't either. I think I was just waiting to see if Sky 2 would go on a good sale. Oh, you know what? I picked up like 8 Atelier, maybe not 8. I picked up like 5 Atelier games in the winter sale that year. And then I just played so much Atelier over the next 6 months. So yeah, I was waiting for a sale, and then I ended up picking up 6 other games on a sale. A millimeter of a Typic, that's a millimeter. That's still a millimeter. What are you guys talking about? She played FC Remake, then immediately went to SC. No, that's not how measurements work. I'll need to look up the definition of a millimeter. Yeah, I believe it. The meter is in the... A meter... What's wrong with you two? No mistaking it. They must be on high alert for any retaliation from hate. This isn't going to be easy. For now, ascertaining Garcia's movements should be... Should be what? Garcia Rossi. Damn, how'd that monster manage to sneak up on us? Huh, it's you guys. You have the audacity to show your faces around here after all the shit you put us through? You gotta sleep? No worries. Thanks once again for the raid. Have a good night. What other games? I play a lot of Final Fantasy. I've played like half of Kingdom Hearts 3. Never really got into it. Maybe I'll have to give that series another shot later. Yeah, really big on Final Fantasy. Atelier is another big series that I like. What else I got? Xenoblade, Xenosaga, Disgaea. Yeah, I've heard Kingdom Hearts 2 is the one that most people love the most. My two favorite games, I can't really decide between them, they are FF7 Rebirth and Expedition 33. Those games are fantastic. Won't make any excuses. Deal with you only concerns Kia and Kia alone. And we're understood. If you want to get into Atelier, do it. The series is so fun. Use our deal as an excuse to come waltzing into our territory, and I'm gonna beat the ever-loving hell out of you. Yeesh, this guy's one dangerous old man. I know why you lot are snooping around here. However, you won't be getting a single word out of me on that matter. Understand, then get lost. Damn. $33 might get topped? I don't know. Expedition 33 is a pretty fantastic game. Please, just tell me one thing. If, hypothetically, you were to attack an armed enemy stronghold, you attack head-on from the front, leaving everything to brute strength. Ha! Honest Jaeger like myself would never stoop to such a poor strategy. I'd wait until there was an opening and make a precise strike. Maximum results, minimum damage. Wouldn't you do the same, son of the war god? Won't you ever call me that again? But yeah, that's how Jaegers operate. That's so. Thank you. I appreciate the answer. Heh, you're a strange kid. But anyway, you better not come in here unprepared, you hear me? I promise you'll be torn to shreds. Something sure seemed off with it. Looked tense, but unusually haggard. I was just thinking the same thing. They were very aggressive, but I felt like they didn't have the same force behind them. I sense a great deal of fatigue. What you suppose could have happened to him? Damn, he's in such a sorry state. I didn't like the guy at all. Bet you guys would love to know why that is, huh? Race. 10's your favorite? I'm not that big on 10, to be honest. Like, it's still good. But my three favorites are 7 Rebirth. This one's going to be very controversial. Lightning Returns, I think, is number 2. And then Final Fantasy V is probably number 3. Grace. Remember that thing? Are you allowed to tell me now, Typic? Do I know enough that you can tell me? You just love popping out at the most random times, don't you? We got out of the cutscene? Alright. What can I say? My reporter's intuition guides me to the juiciest of scoops. Anyway, what do you say we do the old give and take? Be anxiously awaiting your arrival at the jazz bar. should we do? Now let's just hear what she has to say. But we should keep our guard up. Need to be careful not to let anything slip around her. Duly noted. All right, Typic, what is it? Yeah, I've been thinking about doing some giving Kingdom Hearts another shot. But we will, we might have to do that after Trails. Speedrun, they use max speed. Let's move past the guard to get into Ravash. Does that, like, skip to now or something? It's time to Jesus. And then I guess you need to kill like 3 things, and then you've already gained like 20 levels at that point. That's crazy. Ooh, my apologies, Sandra. Hold on, I'm... Oh, with the band. No, we can't. Doesn't look like Ellie's a drummer, sorry. Oh, well now, there you are. Alright, let me cut to the chase. Is there anything you're willing to share about the hay you raised? I'm sure Cow showered you with all sorts of delightful details over at his office. Quick as ever. How do you even visited hay? 12-hour stream? What about that one? Well, I found out about the incident this morning and I was heading over to ask Cow some questions when I saw Dudley barge in. As I was sitting there on the sidelines trying to feel the situation out, who would show up at you guys? Shortly afterward, I see Dudley leave with his typical scowl, and then a bit later, you all come out looking as worried as I've ever seen you. After seeing all that, how do you expect me to not think you learned something foolish? I see. I guess that makes sense. Still, Grace, I think you know better than anyone that we can't casually disclose information about an open investigation. Well, of course I know that's silly. That's why I called this chat a little give and take. After all, aren't you dying for some details on Garcia Rossi? I've seen exactly 2 episodes of Naruto. That's how up to date I am on that. You mean you're a real pro at dangling the bait right under our noses, aren't you? There's a nice little cherry on top. I might have some juicy info about that so-called auction, too. The way I hear, Ravash messed up so bad there, the speaker isn't really interested in speaking with him. Work on the Naruto agenda? Oh no. What have I gotten myself into? I'm sure you're just dying to know how these 2 things are related, right? Right? Okay, I'll bite. However, everything about Cow is strictly off the record. Got it? Can't stress that enough, Grace. See. The situation is more dire than I thought. Yeah, unfortunately it is. At the very least, both groups seem to be trying not to involve the public. For now. Well, no matter which way you cut it, this raid really just came out of nowhere. Might have happened in the dead of night, but I still can't believe they'd target somewhere right next to the news building. Mention it was right down the street from the IBC. Pretty ballsy move, even for Ravash. Yes, that's true. If it gotten even worse, it could have made people lose trust in Crossbell as Zamuria's trade capital, shaking the whole continent's economy. Right? That's what I'm saying. This is true. It can mean that the info I got was legit after all. What information would that be? Willing to share it now? Okay, guess it's my turn now. See, this whole fiasco originated from inside the Mafia. Lately I've been hearing rumors that Garcia Rossi's control over his goons has been, well, lacking. Is that even possible? Yeah, I'm having a hard time buying it myself. Imagine any of those rank-and-file mobsters defying that walking mountain. Well, you can choose to believe it or not. Just saying, it might be possible that the incident in the downtown district and the grab for Mainz' mining rights weren't on Garcia's orders. Look of it, it was some goons on the lower rungs that make a name for themselves. That's what those rookies were after. That would explain why they were so willing to step out of line to get it. Wait just a second. Saying that the raid last night was carried out by low-level members of the Mafia? Well, given the scale of the attack, it's hard to think that, but it's true, it'd definitely explain why Garcia was acting the way he was earlier. Maybe. Think of it, he didn't have his usual entourage with him. So does that mean he's lost his grip over Ravash? There's an internal split? What is the Dawn doing during all this? According to what I've been able to gather, Marconi is desperately trying to make up for his giant blunder at the auction. Naturally, he's buttering up Speaker Hartman, who is less than pleased at Michelin, and trying to lure more influential figures of Crossbell into his fold. Influential figures? Who exactly? Diet members from the Republican faction. Heard he's met with the CGF commander, too. Really? Is he trying to suppress Heiyu's political influence in Crossbell? I wonder if meeting with the CGF commander had anything to do with Ravash's weapon smuggling. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. Gotta remember, that moron of a commander is also one of Speaker Hartman's cronies. Bet Ravash is trying to win back the Speaker's favor through him. Yep, my thoughts exactly. Man, whenever I have these nice little chats with you guys, things just seem to fall into place. This turned out to be quite a fruitful little info swap. To be honest, it's been helpful for us as well. Now that we've sifted through all the details, I feel like there's something we're missing. Something we're missing? Oh, and what would that be? Looking over what we know, there seems to be a logical reason behind each of the actions. The actions themselves are just random. They're not all coming from the same organization. I always got the feeling that Ravash's operations had a certain level of professionalism to them, the kind you'd expect from organized crime. I don't sense that at all this time around. Oh, I see what you mean. Now that you mention it, I'm inclined to agree. Ravash's structure has typically existed as an efficient system designed to take advantage of the large amount of Mira flowing through Crossbell. Them to suddenly deviate so greatly from that system is highly irregular. So, in other words, there's some element to this case that threw Ravash's entire system out of whack. Is that what you're saying? Right, just a gut feeling, though. Cal's description made it sound like those raiders who attacked Heiyu possessed unnatural amounts of strength, too. Possible that could have something to do with Garcia's strange attitude. Wow, I should have expected this from you, Lloyd. One smart cookie, you know that? Hey, if this police thing doesn't work out for you, how about joining me at the Crossbell Times? And aim for the Pulitzer Prize together. To pass. I'd appreciate if you didn't make me worry about my employment any more than I already do. Remind me again, what's this Pulitzer Prize thing she's talking about? It's a prestigious international award given to the most outstanding journalist of the year. Excuse me for 1 second. Yes, this is Lloyd Bannings of the Special Sports section. Managed to get through. It's me, Bixen, over from Mainz. Oh, the mayor. How can I help you? Is there some kind of problem with Gantz? Well, you see, I'm in Crossbell City at the moment. Casino where Gantz goes. He started acting strangely, so I decided to call you. Strangely? What exactly do you mean? He's been engaged in a poker match with another customer for quite some time. Things are getting very heated. It may only be a matter of time before violence breaks out. Can you come over quickly and help sort this out? Understood, sir. Barca Casino, right? We're close by, so we'll be there shortly. Okay, I'm counting on you. Yeah, I like the area that Tippik was talking about. Was the mayor of Mainz? Sounded like he's at the casino. Yeah, apparently. Gantz might be getting into some trouble there. Seriously? His victories gained him some ill will from his opponents? Between Gantz's ego and his crazy luck, I could definitely see that happening. Well, we better hurry on over and assess the situation. Alright, off to Barca we go. What? Did I say something wrong? Oh, Grace, it's just that... No point in telling her not to come. Let's just go to the casino. Man, I've tried twice to get into Brazaria. I quit at almost exactly the same time both times. I don't know if we're allowed to gamble this time. We'll see. Oh, you came. Praise be to Idios. Yeah, like, I really liked the characters and the story, but the gameplay was not gelling with me. Hurry, I think a fight is about to break out. Where's Gantz right now? Ah, yes. He's in the middle of a private match in the back room. Don't have time to waste. Gantz could blow at any second. Huh? I thought Gantz was the one provoking his opponents. Eat this, punk. 9-10 Jack, Queen, and King. A straight flush of diamonds, baby. Lecter, what are you doing here? Try to beat this hand. You can't. Gah, you kidding me? Wasn't expecting you to pull out a hand that strong in our last round. Ha! This is my true talents. I had one too many games using those tricky hands of yours, but that's coming to an end. Best boy Lecter, that's the way to phrase him. You've lost now, so show me your hand already. Huh? What are you talking about? I never said anything about losing. You kidding me? Only way you'd be able to beat me is with a royal flush. There's no way you could have... And that's where you're wrong, pal. What? 5 of a kind? And with aces, no less? Most confusing boy Lecter. Tippik, I forget, you did do this door, right? Or Lecter, or Chloe's door? Yeah, because you did all the moon doors. You just didn't do all the star doors. Can't believe what I'm seeing today. Depends on whether the royal flush or 5 of a kind is the highest possible hand. But either way, it's clear this hand of mine takes that straight flush of yours and flushes it straight down the drain. Right. No, he went back and did Star Door 15, don't worry. He has admitted that. You... Don't screw with me, you damn cheat. Drake, you're his accomplice, aren't you? Well, screw you too. I assure you, I am nothing of the sort. I swear upon Idios' name. During my careful observation of the match, I saw nothing that suggests Mr. Arundel is cheating. Damn it. The hell am I supposed to buy that crap? I got luck and intuition on my side. I'm supposed to be unstoppable. There's no way I can lose to this jackass. Sir, please calm yourself. He's right, you gotta relax, man. Poker's just a game of luck, after all. All this means, pal, is that your luck went out. Here, I'm surprised we haven't gotten any comments on Lecter. He not good enough for you? You're meditating. I don't know what that is supposed to mean. I refuse to believe this crap. Gambling should be a piece of cake after using that stuff. Yeah, she really likes Randy. Gantz? No. There's no way in hell I could lose. Ah! Let go of me! Let go of me, damn it! Have to calm down, Gantz. His insane strength. Insane strength, you say? Your favorite Trails Girls is a redhead. So I'm gonna guess, and I've seen many screenshots of this character. Is it Sarah? Can't stop this madness. Well, if it isn't my favorite pals, it's not Sarah. Okay. How's it hanging? I don't really think this is the time, Lecter. I think that's the only other future redhead that I know about? That I know about by name? Hoping it's not the one you're thinking of. Uh-oh. One man be so suspicious. I'm almost impressed. Oh, this guy's quite the character. An acquaintance of yours? Sorta. Not like we know squat about him, though. Whoa, hold the phone. 5 of a kind versus a straight flush? Hell even happened here? It's a real nail biter, Randy. I was on the verge of losing the shirt off my back. I can barely keep up with this. At least we were able to neutralize the threat before anyone was hurt. Let me go, damn it! Let me go! Can't lose. I can't lose! After further protests and shouting, Gantz became overwhelmingly exhausted and passed out. In his condition, the special support section decided to carry him to his hotel room and not like a jail cell or the hospital. Goodness, how could such a thing have happened? He may not be the hardest worker, but he was always a kind man. There's not a soul in Mainz who dislikes him. Herr Vixen, I don't know what to say. For a nice guy, he sure was pretty violent for a sec there. Hell, I wasn't expecting it to take both me and Lloyd to hold him down. Yeah, I couldn't believe how ridiculously strong he was. Listen, guys, this is just the old reporter's intuition talking, but, I think the guy could have been on some kind of drug. You know, a real serious kind. Pardon me? Drugs? You serious? Judging by their silence, I think Lloyd and Tio seem to agree with me. Agree is a strong word. I don't want to say anything without proof. It's It's not outside the realm of possibility. That's preposterous. Gantz on drugs? I refuse to believe it. It's just an ordinary down-to-earth miner. There's no way he'd ever use such... Sorry, sir, but hasn't it been almost half a month since he arrived in Crossbell City? Keep in mind that he earned quite a bit of Mira during his stay, too. You say for certain that he couldn't have taken advantage of that wealth? I won't stand for this slander. You mentioned that you're a Crossbell Times journalist, correct? I know that if you write some libel piece based on pure speculation, I will lead Mainz and its people in protest. Oh, cool your heads. I wasn't planning on writing an article on this anyway. You do us a favor, Mayor Vixen. I'd like to go through Gantz's personal belongings, if that's alright with you. You too? I don't intend to imply anything, sir. There are too many coincidences piling up here. Sudden violence, that inhuman strength, the complete change in personality? All these aspects are eerily similar to past cases. In Gantz's case, we also saw an absurd development in his gambling skills. Might be because he took some stimulants to boost his perception or something. That'd explain that freakish intuition of his. If his perception was cranked up to inhuman levels, he'd have no trouble reading people. It's entirely possible. I speculate that if I were to gamble, I would have an unfair advantage over others as well. Yo. Sorry, Teotot. You know I didn't mean it like that. I'm aware. Not worried. Mayor Bixen, I understand you wish to keep Mr. Gantz's reputation intact. However, please envision the scenario where he is, in fact, consuming drugs. If the situation were to remain unhandled, it could pose a threat to himself and others. That may be, but... think of a bunch of possible side effects that might crop up. Same here, and that's exactly what we need to be scared of. Very well. Here, I may not have thought things through well enough. Go ahead, Lloyd. Thank you, sir. This is what I was afraid of. Blue pills. Pills? Goddess, no. Really had some after all. Pretty shade of blue, but what the heck is it? Shade of blue? Hold on. Did this guy meet... This guy meet a chemistry teacher from... Who's Breaking Bad? Was it Nevada? And you don't need those. And you can't say that one isn't warranted. Can't rule out the possibility that it's harmless medicine yet. Maybe he has some kind of chronic disease we don't know about. Did you ever mention anything like that, sir? Not that I'm aware, no. Cannot say for sure, though. Interesting. Do you mind if we hung on to these pills for now? Please do. But listen, I beg you, do not spread this around, for Gantz's sake. Of course, sir. We'll make sure to take his reputation into consideration. Also, we will leave him with you. Yes, I'll take care of him. Try to speak with him once he wakes up. Thanks. I appreciate it. Now we have suspicions of an illegal drug circulating through Crossbell. Definitely didn't see that one coming. Really? I thought the Mafia was big into the drug trade. Contrary, actually. Illegal drugs hardly ever show up in Crossbell. Drugs are messy business, you know? One misstep and they'll spread to neighboring countries like the plague. You're doing Mythic Plus right now? You're addicted. We need to hold an intervention. But the First Division monitors them closely, thanks to pressure from Ereboni and Calvary. Are you saying that to me or to Randy? In which case it might be a different kind of shot. So I guess Ravash is smart enough to read the room on that one. Oh, I had no idea. Yeah, they made sure to cover that back at the police academy. Still, something about these pills. Never seen pills like this before. Color certainly is pretty, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. They're also suspicious as hell. I don't know how to respond to that. Tio, do you recognize them? No. Sorry. I think it was just my imagination. More importantly, what I plan to do with the pills. Good question. I think in this case it's too much for us to handle alone. Now let's go talk with the chief. Yes, he may know what to do. While we're at it, we should give our report on the Heiyu raid. We got mafias going to war with each other, and maybe some illegal drugs now too. Ugh, feeling things are about to get pretty busy around here. You can bet on it. No, it's only been about 4 months since we first met. You guys have grown a lot since then. Really brings a tear to my eye. Grace? Where's all this coming from? Flattery won't get you any more information from us. No, I'm serious. I've got some pretty high hopes for you guys now. Almost as high as the ones I had for your brother. You just had to bring that up, didn't you? Speaking of Guy, I never got a straight answer out of you. Grace, did you know my brother? Oh yeah. Back when I was still a newbie at the CNS, he helped me out more times than I can count. Sometimes I think even though he's not with us anymore and his case has gone cold, I guess there was a team built at the CPD to carry on his will. What? What do you mean, Grace? Oopsie. Sergey might get angry at me if I say too much. Anyway, I've got an event to cover, so I'm gonna have to head out. Oh, and I won't read any articles about the drug stuff, as tempting as it is. Bye-bye, everyone! Where does she get off dangling info like that in front of us and then just walking away? Another addition to the pile of things we have to think about. So it seems. Concerned about what she told us, Lloyd? Oh. Well... even if it does have to do with Guy, I don't really have time to think about it right now. Heiyu raid, Ravash's current situation, and now these blue pills. We have a lot on our plate. For now, let's put aside what Grace told us and ask the chief how we should proceed. Understood. Hopefully he has some ideas for us. Alrighty then, let's head on home. That's not the right door. That's the right door. All right. Mr. Sergey, what do you got for us? You guys are back pretty late. Interrogating Heiyu really take you that long? No, actually, we may have just stumbled into another case. I'll give you details along with what we found out about the Heiyu raid. Chief? Sorry, was it too convoluted after all? No, that's not it. It's just this series of events. I'm starting to think it might all be connected. Ooh. Seriously? What makes you think that? The four of you are police officers. Even I can connect the dots. What are you getting paid for? Well, a lot has gone down in the last day or two. I want you to try to connect the dots. Exactly, Sergey. Thank you. Especially you. Really gonna need those detective skills of yours here. Yeah, Lloyd, what the fuck? Your detective skills are coming up sloppy. Sure, leave it to me. Today we were able to discover roughly 3 pieces of key evidence. Information we heard from Cal about the raid on Heiyu. Intel we exchanged with Grace about the current state of Ravash. Everything we learned about Gantz, the miner from Maze. So there has to be something that ties the 3 things together, right? I think I'm starting to see what you're saying here. For now, let's sort through what we know. Assailant's physical abilities. Haphazard chain of commands. Blue pills. This has to be it. These factors overlap? Definitely suspicious, that's for sure. I think so, Ellie. If we take a closer look, we can see certain things linking the cases. Boosted strength displayed by the mafiosos who raided Haiti. Advance in his spontaneous gambling skills. They seem independent of each other, but they both deal with the sudden enhancement of their abilities. Now, suppose we say that the connecting factor in all this are these blue pills. Yeah, when am I getting paid 2 million Mira a month? Probably know what Lloyd's getting paid. Mafia must have started involving themselves with these illegal drugs in some way. Not just to sell to the public either. Ravash's henchmen must be using the drugs themselves. General idea, Lloyd? Yeah, more or less. But in the end, it's still just another theory. However, that would certainly explain a lot. In that case, maybe the reason Garcia's authority over Ravash has started to wane. It's all thanks to their grunts taking this drug. Once they're juiced up, they don't need to listen to him anymore. You gotta go to bed? No worries. Thanks for stopping by, Crimson. You have a lovely night. It was good to meet you. Starting to make a lot of sense. Nicely put, everyone. By the way, were the rumors Ian told us about yesterday? Hey, thank you for the follow. Of course, the trader and that stockbroker. Was 2B under the pill's influence as well? Who can say? At this point, that's nothing more than pure speculation. However, things are beginning to come together piece by piece. Feel the same way, don't you? Yes. Try to be back, no worries. Great to have you here. And yeah, definitely gonna get through the series. I might play a shorter game in between. Because right now I'm doing this on the weekdays, currently doing FF7 Rebirth on the weekends. But I also want to play Resident Evil 4, so I might try and squeeze that in between now and Azure, or between this game and Azure. Being honest, I don't think the special support section will be able to handle a case of this size. Might even need to call in the First Division for support, given that the illegal incidents revolve around the distribution of illegal drugs. Heh, funny you should say that, Lloyd. Timing couldn't be better. Plenty of time to catch up. Yeah, that's true. Huh? Yeah, Clarion, Resident Evil 4. Oh, I found you. Bronchia? Getting hungry? Nope, not yet. You have a visitor. It's a super grumpy old man. His forehead's all wrinkly. Grumpy? Pardon me. Oh. See, I'm fine with the waiting room because I'm like 9 games behind? 9.5 games behind. Detective Dudley. Yeah, I'm waiting for RE9 to go on sale because I know it will go on a pretty good sale eventually. Late. Apologies, Sergey. Investigation meeting a bit long. This is about the same thing we discussed earlier. Do you mind if we go ahead and begin? Sounds good to me. Before we get started, you need to fill them in, too. I don't have time for your jokes, Sergey. This isn't something rookies should know about. Actually, I think the information they found was pretty helpful to you for investigation. Ultimate in 14. Isn't it Kafka? I think I saw something about that. Fact, involving them will save you some time in the long run. You out of your mind. And again, I did leave the Heyu investigation to the special support section. It's a tiny teaser. I can fill them in just... No, it's simply not. Chief? This is a bad time. We can step out for now. That won't be necessary. They don't call Dudley the ace of the First Division for nothing. I'm sure he realizes what he needs in a situation like this. I don't know that that's happening, Kira. Fine. Listen up. The information I'm about to disclose is strictly confidential. Does not leave this room, otherwise there will be consequences. Got it? Yeah, that won't be a problem. Ooh, is this a secret? I love secrets. Tell me too. Well... I'll make you a snack, Kia. Why don't you go eat it with Zeit? First Division is being pressured. It's not quite as simple as that, Benz. After the raid on Heyu, we received orders to devote all our resources to quell any disputes between the mafias. Because of that, we had to end our investigation on a mysterious drug we've been looking into recently. Really? First Division was investigating the blue pills too? We only started looking into them a few days ago. Frankly, I'm surprised you even know about them at all. How exactly did the First Division find out about the drugs in the first place? We were tipped off about them by a longtime informant of ours. She's been a pretty reliable source, so we started gathering more info based on her tip. We weren't able to find anything more concrete than rumors and urban legends. I mean, a miracle pill that can grant wishes and bestow happiness? Certainly sounds like fiction to me. Oh, it was apparent that something shady was going on, so we were compiling a list of citizens that seemed to be connected. What are those looks for? Almost like you expected everything I just said. Happiness is fiction, Dudley. I need that on a t-shirt. Huh. Seems like our little theories earlier were spot on. Show up, Lloyd. Yes, sir. Take a look at this, detective. What? Are these what I think they are? Found them on a certain individual during our investigation today. We're allowed to keep them on the condition that we protect their identity. Damn it all, so it is real. You're saying that it's possible that Ravash is the distributor. Dudley, got the order to stop the drug investigation. Any idea who made the call? Had to have been someone high up. Chief didn't agree with the decision, but he enforced it regardless. What a mess. Hold on a moment. Does that mean someone high on the CPD's chain of command gave in to the Mafia's demands? It's unbelievable. Come on, how low can you go? The situation appears quite grave. Dudley, it's clear that you came to me because you don't trust the top brass at HQ. So what is it you're planning to do? To be honest, there's nothing those of us in the First can even do about the drug investigation now. If any of us were to take action, our bosses would do whatever they could to interfere. But, as a member of the police, I just can't let this go. Detective Dudley? Well, there's an easy solution for that. Give the investigation to the Special Support Section. Lloyd, Ellie, Randy, Tio, listen up, guys. I could send you so much JRPG music here, you have no idea. I've been collecting this stuff for years. Here on out, the SSS will be unofficially collaborating with the 1st Division. As their hands are tied, you four will take over the drug investigation for you. Yes, sir. Alright, I will. Understood. Trails, and I'm gonna stop you there. I'm gonna replace that with any Falcon game. In return. Yeah, Francie knows what's up. Ys 8's final dungeon theme is absolutely godlike. Every last bit of intel the 1st Division has about Ravash. Sound fair? Well, I know you're thinking about Ys 8. There's also some other really good tracks in that game, but the final dungeon in particular is so fucking good. Sergey, what are you? Every bit of intel? No, there's some classified files that I just can't share no matter what. Every last scrap. Take it or leave it, Dudley. You're stuck in a deadlock and you know it. We're gonna keep doing what we want regardless, but you don't really have any options here. Damn. Fine. We accept your conditions. Glad we could come to an agreement. Oh well, so now we're the ones taking cases away from the 1st Division, huh? Already feel a sense of superiority welling up inside of me. Fucking love Dio, man. Yikes. Yeah, I've only ever played 8. But yeah, I've heard some music from the other games. Comment retracted. Huh. I suppose I really don't have any other options. Alright, I've turned the drug investigation over to you now. I still don't know that she's better than Tita, but she's pretty good. So how do you actually plan to proceed? About that. We already have the drug itself in our hands. Next logical step is to figure out what exactly it's made of. Not a bad start, but how will you go about doing that? Based on what we know, we can assume this is an entirely new type of drug. It will likely be too much for the forensic tools at HQ to handle. That, and there's the risk of being noticed by the higher-ups. Ah, that's a shame. I mean, Tita in 2 is, like, my favorite character in Sky, I think. In that case, we might be able to ask the medical college for help. See, you're right. We do know someone there we can talk to. Medical college? In St. Ursula? Right, we know a doctor there who specializes in pharmaceutical research, actually. Heard he's one of the best in his field, so there's a good chance he'll be able to figure out the drug's composition. Huh. Well, alright then. That might just be our best option, given the circumstances. Dudley, can we get you to compile the 1st Division's intel and send the report to us by the end of the day? Want them to decide how to approach the investigation for themselves. Understood. Send it over as soon as I can. Well then, I should go. Thank you for your cooperation, Sergey. Likewise. Oh, and aren't you gonna thank them, too? Ugh. Listen well, you four. If you do anything stupid, this entire situation might nosedive. Understand? Task is looking into these drugs, and only that. Dealing with the mafias is the 1st Division's responsibility. Yeah, you're welcome, Detective Dudley. Stay close to the ground, behave, and most importantly, don't get in our way. No problem, man. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, anytime. Yeah, if you need a favor, just feel free to ask. Sheesh, is it really hard to say thanks for doing my work for me? Perhaps under that tremendous scowl of his, he's simply shy at heart. Maybe so. Also, it seems he has a stronger sense of justice than I first thought. Yeah, I think we can trust him. Most of the 1st Division's just like him. Diligent as all hell and driven by that same strong sense of justice. Though by the same token, a lot of them are extremely by the book. Inflexible and obstinate. So, you're just gonna head to St. Ursula right away? Yeah, that's the plan. I'd like to take care of some support requests too, if time permits. That's right, we didn't have the chance to go outside the city all morning. Yes, things are about to get busy. Probably best we just tackle things one at a time. Glad to see you guys are up for the challenge. Now, I know we're cooperating with the 1st Division, but don't get too worked up over it. Just do things as you usually do. Show me you're capable of cracking the mystery behind these drugs. Yes, sir. Whew. Alright, what are... Got 2... This doesn't tell me anything. I want to meet privately. Oh, they're looking for something. Alright, though. But I think that's going to be a good time to call it for the night. Before my throat decides that it hates myself. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We'll be back with more trails tomorrow night. And I think I'm supposed to be busy on Friday. Who knows? Technically made plans like a month ago, but I don't know. Nobody's said anything since, so maybe I'll figure that out for later. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Do I have anyone to raid? Do I know anyone that's online? Not really. Is there anyone else streaming this game? No. Ah, well. Anyways, have a good night, everyone. Adios.